Hello everyone, welcome back to another Taekook love story. The cold wind blows against Jungkook's sharp challenge as he stormed outside the dimly lit bar dressed in a signature black suit coat draped over his shoulder. His phone was in his hand, but his eyes went on it. He was waiting for the client, but his attention drifted elsewhere. Jungkook hated places like this, loud music, smoke, desperate people, but tonight the deal was important and the client insisted on meeting here. Waste of time, he muttered, glancing at the watch just as he sighed. The bar's heavy door open. A boy stepped out pulling a brown hoodie over his shiny blonde hair. The streetlight hit his face, soft features, delicate nose, tired eyes, but he smiled at the guard and he passed. Jungkook's breath catch for a second, his heart escaped. The boy's eyes met for him for just a moment before he looked away and walked past. Jungkook turned around, watching the bar disappear down the street. Who was that? He whispered. The night the client never showed up, but Jungkook didn't mind. His mind was stuck on the dancer with the tired eyes, with the soft smile. 2 days later, Jungkook found himself back in the front of the bar again. He stood across the road, hiding under his black cap. He had no meetings, no deals for here tonight, but something made him return. The same boy came out again, this time in a sparkly black shirt, tight jeans, tight pants, makeup slightly smudged, sweat glistening on his neck. He was walking to a friend, laughing softly, and Jungkook saw the way his shoulder relaxed when he laughed. He is beautiful, Jungkook whispered to himself inside the bar, then leaned against the counter, clumping water quickly. His legs were tired. He had danced twice already tonight, and he still had one more round to go. Hey, you okay? His friend Jose asked. Yeah, just tired. But I need money. Mom's bills. Jose nodded and gave him a supportive pat. Taehyung didn't speak about much about it, but everyone in the bar knew. His mother was in hospital, his brother was in school, and Taehyung was working himself too. Jungkook entered the bar slightly, sitting at the back corner. The music was loud, the people was clapping as the announcer introduced the next dancer. Kim Taehyung. Jungkook sat up straight. Taehyung stepped onto the stage in a red silk shirt that fluttered when he moved. The lights hit him like magic, making his skin glow. He danced like the music lived in him, gracefully, elegant, confident, but Jungkook could see the pain behind those eyes, and it hit him in a way nothing else ever had. Later that night, after the performance, they walked to the back alley to get some fresh air. Taehyung opened his eyes to see a man in black coat standing a feet away. His eyes were intense, his jaw was soft, his whole presence screamed power and money. Taehyung, thanks, Taehyung said softly. Is this your job? Taehyung, yeah. Why? Taehyung blinked. The question felt a little personal, because I need money. Jungkook nodded, not asking more. He wasn't here to judge. What's your name? He asked Taehyung. Yours? Jungkook. Taehyung gave a short smile. Nice to meet you, Jungkook. Then he turned and walked inside. Jungkook watched it until he disappeared. That night, Jungkook didn't sleep well. Weeks later, Jungkook kept coming to the bar. At first, it was once a week, then twice. Soon, It was almost every night. He didn't talk much, just sit in the corner and watch Taehyung dance. Taehyung noticed one night after he said he walked over to Jungkook's table. You came here a lot. Jungkook looked up. Yeah, for you. Things has been a little. He sat down across from him. Why me? I didn't know you seem different. Taehyung smiled. They're different in a good way. I hope. Jungkook nodded, JK, in a way that makes sense. One night Taehyung opened up. My mother has been in the hospital for months. I pay for everything, rent, gyms, school bills. That's why I danced. Jungkook didn't speak. He just listened. Taehyung liked that about him. He never pitied him. He just stayed. Another night, Jungkook shared something too. My father is a chairman of a company. He thinks emotions are weakness. He wanted a son who only follows order. I guess I become cold to survive. Then looked at him gently, but you're not cold, Jungkook. Jungkook looked into Taehyung's eyes and said softly, I think you make me warm. They didn't say anything furthermore. It was raining. Jungkook held the umbrella, but Taehyung's shoulders were already wet. You are hopeless, Jungkook said, pulling Taehyung closer under the umbrella. Their hands brushed. Taehyung looked up, so did Jungkook. The rain kept falling around them, but for a moment nothing else existed. Jungkook never imagined he would one day smile because of someone, not a client, not a contract, but a dancer who smiled even when the world was falling apart. Them become part of Jungkook's night. Sometimes they just walk, sometimes they talk for hours, sometimes they sit in silence, but it never felt empty. One evening, Jungkook woke him up from after his shift. Taehyung slid into the passenger seat and sat there. Today was rough. Jungkook want to eat something warm? Jungkook asked. Taehyung nodded. Renam, JK, always Renam. In the small restaurant, the place was quiet, just a small stall with steam. He slurped his noodles and looked at Jungkook, who was trying to eat without ruining his expensive shirt. You really came to see me every night? Jungkook looked up. Yes. Then why? JK, because I want to. Taehyung smiled shyly. I never thought someone like you would be interested in someone like me. He whispered. JK, what do you mean? I am just a dancer. I live in a small house. My life is messy. Jungkook placed his chopstick on. JK, you dance to survive. That's not messy. That's brave. It wasn't planned. Taehyung's manager called in the middle of their dinner. Your mother's condition changed. Come quickly. Jungkook didn't ask question. He paid the bill and dropped Taehyung straight to the hospital. Taehyung's hands were shaking as he stood outside the room. Jungkook placed a hand on his shoulder, going, I will wait here. He passed. Hours passed. Jungkook sat on the hospital bench, staring at the cold floor. When Taehyung finally came out, his eyes were red. Serious, you cannot just stress. Jungkook nodded. Come home with me tonight. Taehyung blinked. What? You need rest and I don't want you alone at Jungkook's penthouse. The house was big, too big and cold, but Taehyung made it warm just by being there. He stood by the window staring at the city lights. Jungkook brought him a blanket. You will catch a cold. Taehyung looked at him and smiled. Thank you. For what? For showing me what kindness feels like. They didn't kiss, they didn't even hold hands, but that night Jungkook slept peacefully for the first time in years. A few days later, Jungkook offered to Taehyung drop home. Jungkook stepped into the small apartment. The ceiling leaked a little, the walls has cracks, but there was laughter. You are home? Jimin ran into Taehyung's arms. Jimin made Jungkook. Jimin blinked. Are you Taehyung's boyfriend? Jungkook laughed softly. Not yet. Taehyung turned red. Jimin shrugged. You smiled just now, and you never smiled, Hyung. That night, Jungkook confessed. They were on the rooftop of Jungkook's penthouse, rubber and jacket, sharing a drink. I never believed in love, Taehyung looked at him. My parents loved each other once, but it turned out into war. You made me feel, you made me care. Jungkook turned to face him. I think I am falling in love with you. Taehyung didn't speak at first, then he leaned his head on Jungkook's shoulder. You are not the only one. They are happy in their world, but love doesn't easy for Jungkook. And it became harder when his family found out about him. His father called him for a meeting. You are dating a bar dancer? Mr. Jian's voice was sharp. His name is Taehyung. He is poor, uneducated, and what will people say? Jungkook clenched his jaw. Let them say what they want. If you continue this, forget the company. Jungkook stood. Then I don't want. A storm hits them. On one morning, a woman appears at the bar, well-dressed, sharp eyes. She handed Taehyung an envelope. This is money. Leave Jungkook. Taehyung froze. Who are you? His aunt. We wouldn't let a lowlife ruin his future. Taehyung clenched his fist. Tell him to leave me himself if that's what he wants. The woman smiled. We will see how long you last. The night Taehyung didn't call Jungkook. He didn't come out of the bar. He didn't reply to messages. The next morning, Jungkook came looking for him. He found Taehyung sitting alone behind the bar. You didn't call, Jungkook said, trying. It's okay, Jed, but I don't want to cause you pain, Jungkook grabbed his hand. You are not the pain, you are the peace. Taehyung looked into his eyes, but what if they hurt you because of me? Then I will let them, as long as you stay. That night, on the rooftop of Taehyung's apartment, under a cheap umbrella in the pouring rain, Jungkook kissed him softly, slowly, carefully. Taehyung kissed back, like they had waited their whole life for the moment. After the kiss, things changed, not in a loud, dramatic way, but in the quiet warmth between glances, in the comfort of still silence. Jungkook started spending time at Taehyung's place, not because he had to, but because he wanted to. He even brought a small suitcase. Are you moving in? Taehyung asked. Wide eyes. Jungkook shrugged. Your kitchen sucks. I thought I could help. Taehyung smiled, teasing. You are here to cook? No, I am here to kiss the chef. Taehyung blushed, hiding behind the curtains. Living with just Jimin wasn't easy. The boy was loud, energetic, and loved it. One morning, Jungkook came out of shower in just a towel. Jimin saw him and screamed, Hyung, your boyfriend is Taehyung dropped the bowl. he was holding. Yeah, Jimin. Jungkook walked past him and whispered, "Definitely." That night they were lying on the mattress side by side. Taehyung spoke first. "Do you miss your fancy house?" Jungkook turned his head. "Not at all, but your bed must be softer than this." "I don't care. You're here." Taehyung clenched. "You're too smooth." Jungkook smirked. "Only for you." Silence settled for a while, then Taehyung whispered, "Why me?" "What? You could have anyone. Why did you choose someone like me?" Jungkook turned serious. "Because you make me feel like I'm enough." Taehyung felt his heart flutter. "You make me feel the same." Jungkook's phone kept ringing. His father, his brother. Park Hyung whispered, confused. Jin gave him a small smile. "Can we talk?" They sat on at a small table inside the bar. "You love him, don't you?" Jin asked. Hyung nodded. "I do. It's not easy to love." "I don't want easy. I want Jungkook." Jin sighed. "Our father wouldn't stop. He will try everything to break you two apart." "I'm not leaving him." Jin stood. "Then fight for him because he is ready to give up everything for you." It happened on rainy evening. Jungkook got a call. His father had frozen his accounts. His position at the company was suspended. He slammed the door. He slammed his phone down and paced around Taehyung's room. "They want to break me." Taehyung stood up. "Then don't break. Stay with me." Jungkook looked into Taehyung's eyes, lost but not alone. "I have never had to fight for anything before, but I will fight for you." Taehyung nodded. "I'll fight with you." They hugged tightly as the sound of rain echoed outside. A few weeks later, Jimin had his school talent day. He begged them to come. "Hyung, you promised." Taehyung laughed. "Of course we will be there." Jungkook wore a simple black sweater, his jeans. He tried to look normal, but when they arrived, parents stared at Jungkook. "The whole see you now," smiling at the school performance. Excuse your chance, ignore them. Jungkook smiled. "Easy when you are beside me." When Jimin danced covered his face in embarrassment, but they laughed together. Soon Jungkook used his personal savings to rent a small but beautiful apartment for Taehyung, Jimin, and himself. It was sun shining in the morning, and the smell of coffee in air. It's not as big as your old house," Jungkook said. Taehyung walked up beside him, wrapping his arm around his waist. "It's perfect because you are here." They didn't need candles or grand staircase. They just needed each other. At night, they sat on the rooftop, a blanket over them, holding bags of hot chocolate. Taehyung looked up at the stars. "Do you believe everything happens for a reason?" Jungkook nodded. "I do now." "Why?" Jungkook asked. "Lean closer." "Because all the pain, the cold, the loneliness led to you." Taehyung was cleaning the bar's hallway mirror when he heard two girls talking behind him. "He is the reason the CEO lost his company." Yeah, I heard his Jungkook just for money. Taehyung froze. They weren't whispering quietly. They wanted to hear him to hear. Another guy crouched nearby, kissing, dancing wasn't enough. Now he sells himself too. Taehyung gripped his towel in his hand tightly. He said nothing when they walked past him. One of them is need at least pick someone more decent next time. Jungkook. He waited until they left, then went to the restroom and locked the door. He sat on the floor. That night, Tim stayed quiet, too quiet. He cooked dinner, smiled, said everything was okay. Jungkook saw right through it. Hey, what happened? Nothing, Jungkook. I'm fine. Jungkook stood in front of him, clapped his face, covered his face. Don't lie, please. You can tell me anything. Tim looked into his eyes. And everything spelled out. The rumors, the cruel words, the same he felt. Maybe I am ruining your life. He whispered, hey, you lost your position, your money, everything. Everyone blame me. Jungkook jaw clenched. Listen to me carefully, he said wisely. I would rather lose everything than losing you. Thanks, lips trembled. When he walked into the conference room, his father stood at the head. You are finally here, Mr. Jian said coldly. Let's make it quick, Jungkook replied. His father showed sight slides on the screen, picture of Taehyung dancing at the bar. The screen shots of headlights, horse rumors. You brought shame to the company, Mr. Jian spit. You think you can run a business with a bar dancer by your side? Jungkook stood calmly. Yes, I can. Everyone in the room went silent because he is not just a bar dancer, he is my person. He is the one who kept me together when none of you cared about how cold and miserable I was. He nodded slowly, then I'm finally free. He walked out of the room without turning back. Back home, Taehyung waited, nervous when Jungkook entered. Taehyung ran to him. How did it go? Jungkook smiled. They kicked me out. Taehyung eyes between Jungkook. I told you I would fight for you, and I meant it. Taehyung stared at him. His heart was full, too full. He threw his arms around Jungkook and whispered, then I will fight for you too. The night Taehyung posted something online. My name is Kim Taehyung. I'm a dancer. I love my little brother. I'll take care of my sick mother. And yes, I'm in love with a man named John Jungkook. I don't care what people think because I have nothing to be ashamed of and everything to be proud of. Thanks post went viral. Some people supported him, others sent hate. The news spread everywhere. At first, he was scared, but when he opened his phone, he saw a new message from Jungkook. You are the bravest person I know, and I am so proud of you. He felt warm, safe, unbreakable. They went to see his mother. They visited the hospital together. Taehyung's mother was getting better, but he still recovering so slowly. She looked at Jungkook with a soft smile. You are the man who holds my son's heart. Jungkook bowed deeply. Yes, ma'am. And as Jungkook came home late, tired, frustrated, Taehyung pulled him inside and said, sit, Jungkook over. Taehyung walked to the counter and of the living room played soft music and danced, not like he did in the bar this time. It was slower, softer, full of love. Jungkook watched it as full of emotion. Taehyung walked over at the end and whispered, "This dance is only for you, no one else." Jungkook pulled him closer, kissed his forehead, and said, "You don't need to dance to make me love you, but I'll watch for you forever." Taehyung danced with grace, locking his hands, both hands on Jungkook's neck, and slowly the dance converted in a deep, beautiful, passionate. They sat on the rooftop just like the first time. Jungkook asked quietly, "Do you believe love can survive anything?" Taehyung nodded. "If it's real, it can survive storms." Jungkook took something from his pocket, a simple silver ring. "Then let's promise, no matter what comes, you and me." Taehyung gaped softly. "Are you proposing?" Jungkook smiled shyly. "Not yet. I am practicing." Taehyung laughed as did it. He took Jungkook's hand, kissing the ring and slipped it on. "Then let's practice." Jungkook sat in front of the laptop. The apartment was small, the dark was cold, old desk was old, but his eyes shone with purpose. Then walked in with 2 mugs of coffee. "You haven't slept." Jungkook smiled tiredly. "Not yet. I'm building our future." Taehyung sat beside him. "You already are, just by staying with me." Jungkook looked at the file in the screen. "Business plans, loans, requests, and presentations. I may not have my father's company," he said, "but I will build something even better from scratch, honest, clean." Taehyung placed his hand over Jungkook. "I believe in you." Still dancing. Even though Jungkook didn't ask, Taehyung kept dancing at the bar. He needed money. His mother's hospital bill wasn't small, and Jimmy's school fee was rising. Sometimes Taehyung would come home with tired legs and aching feet, but he always smiled. "How was your night?" Jungkook would ask. "Full of drunks, man, and loud music, same as always. But I kept thinking about you." Jungkook would pull him into his arms. "Someday you wouldn't need to do this." "Someday," Taehyung would whisper, "but for now I'm okay because I have you to come back to." There was hard days. Jungkook's loan was rejected twice. Investors refused to trust someone without a company name behind him. Taehyung saw his frustration. One night, Jungkook sat quietly on the floor, eyes blank. Taehyung kneeled in front of him. "Talk to me." Jungkook shook his head. "I'm failing you." "No, you are trying for me. That's love." "You are still working at the bar while I." Taehyung kissed his forehead gently. "I don't care about rich or poor. I just want you to keep going, one step at a time." A month later, Jungkook found one investor. He was an old friend from college. He remembered the fire in your eyes. "I remember the fire in your eyes," the man said. Looks like it's still there." The man agreed to fund Jungkook's new company, on one condition. When he came home, Taehyung was sleeping on the couch. Jungkook knelt beside him, kissed his cheek, and whispered, starting, "We are starting, baby, from here." It begins. One night at the bar, things went wrong. A customer touched Taehyung without permission. Taehyung pushed him away, but the man grabbed his wrist. "Don't act like a saint. You are still a dancer." But before Taehyung could answer, someone stupid in take your hands off of him. It was Jungkook. He had come to surprise Taehyung and walk in on the worst moment. Jungkook punched the man without hesitation. The manager came running. The police was called, and in the end, the man was arrested. But the manager pulled him aside. You are too much trouble, Taehyung. I can't protect you anymore. I'm sorry. That night, Taehyung cried. I'm useless now. I can't help you. Jungkook hugged him tightly. You have helped me in every way that mattered. But Taehyung, Jungkook said softly, you are my reason, not my burden. Taehyung sobbed into his chest, and Jungkook just held him for hours and fall asleep in his arms. Time is key. It started going slow. Jungkook company was small, just 5 employees, including himself. He named it JK Solutions, but later added something at Jimin's suggestion, JK and Tae for Taehyung. Taehyung choked for the cook for the team, helped design the logo, cleaned the small office, made coffee runs. One employee joked, is he your boss or your boyfriend? Taehyung smiled and said both and more. Everyone laughed, but they admired him. He was kind, strong, and real. Jungkook watched Taehyung from the glass of felt something warm spirit in his chest. He is my home, Jungkook whispered to himself to be continued. So everyone, there is going to be one more part of this story, as this one was full of different emotions, sad, happy, and mixed. So the next one is going to be the happy one. Hope you will love it. Bye bye.